I'm Sarp, and I like Spider-Man. It's a bit obvious. His theme song and everything. Well, because of that lovely fact, I am single. And I fucking suck at it. I'm really bad at it. I can't read like social cues. So this one time, I'm at a pub, and this girl comes up to me, and for a wonderful reason, I don't know why, I'm not talking about Spider-Man for once. And she says, hey, do you want to go back to my place? I'm like, fuck yeah, that's nice, that doesn't happen to me often. And I'm like, yeah. And then she walks up next to me and goes up to this girl and says, hey, do you want to go back to my place? To the girl. And the girl looks at her, looks at me and says, yeah. I'm like, fuck. And am I about to have a threesome? Is this what's going to happen to the Spider-Man guy? And then she walks away and talks like to the tallest dude I've ever seen and says, hey, do you want to go back to my place? That guy looks at me and goes like, fuck yeah. And I'm like, is this what's going to happen to the Spider-Man guy? And we show up at her place, and turns out it's a party, and I really did not need to dress up as Spider-Man. But after that, I'm like, okay, maybe online dating is like more where I will shine. So I'm on this app called Pure, and it's like really purely, immediately down to sex. So I said, fuck it, I'll try it. So I matched with this girl, and I kid you not, her first text to me is, I want you to break into my house while I sleep and fuck me. I'm like, cool. That sounds a bit rapey. That's the story we're gonna tell our children, how we met. And I'm like, okay, how do I respond to that? What do I say to that? And I just kind of like froze up, and whenever I freeze up like that, I just try to calm myself down, and I go like, Sarp, be cool, like, be calm, man, just say what you would normally say. And I said, hey, I'm Sarp, I like Spider-Man. And she went like, what do you mean you like Spider-Man? You wanna fuck Spider-Man? I'm like, no, I don't wanna fuck Spider-Man. She's like, do you want Spider-Man to fuck me? I'm like, no, I'm good without that visual. And she's like, do you want to fuck me as Spider-Man? I'm like, warmer. Which she likes, so she goes like, oh, does Spider-Man go rapey? I'm like, no, Spider-Man does not fucking do that. With great power, like, just no. And she immediately unmatched me. But that's not even like the weirdest dating story I have. On Tinder, I matched with this girl, and we started talking, and it's getting to the point that we're gonna have like a date. She said she has a rule. I'm like, okay, what's the rule? She said, I have to see your dick before we go on a date. I'm like, that's weird, okay. Well, apparently, like, she's been like spending so much time like texting people, like going on meetings, and then eventually she sees the dick and she's not happy with it. So she doesn't want to waste any time anymore. She's like, if we're gonna meet, I have to see your dick first. And I'm like, that's a quite interesting question to be answered for me, because usually, you know, girls have to get to my personality, and eventually I will introduce them to my dick. I never had it the other way around. Like my dick never went like, hey, this is Sarp. Like, it's like a wingman. You know, I wanted to know like if my dick is good enough to meet my personality, so I said, fuck it, I'm gonna do it. And the answer is she's a scammer. She just wanted a picture of my wingman to send it to my friends and family. But joke's on her, because all my friends and family already has that picture. I'm so good at this stuff, I got scammed 3 times this year. So after that, like, I learned my lesson, you know, just like real life human interactions, which somehow the Spider-Man guy is gonna be good at that. So there's this pub, has a very cute waitress. I'm like, okay, this is like a perfect environment for me to bust up my moves, which is to like sit alone in a corner and just avoid all eye contact. But my friends keep like teasing me, like, you should go up to her, you should talk to her. I'm like, no, I don't have any balls, I'm fine. But one time I went there with my friends, and I went to the bathroom for like 5 minutes, and I come back from the bathroom, this girl walks up to me and says like, hey, I think Spider-Man's so hot. And that's not a fucking normal human interaction to have. And only logical explanation that I can think of is like, when I was in the bathroom, my friends probably went up to the girl and said like, hey, Sarp's shy, but like, he really likes you. And the poor girl said like, oh, what does Sarp like? Of course they said, fucking Spider-Man. So now I'm locked into this conversation again that's revolving around sex and Spider-Man, which I really don't want to be, and I don't know how to fucking react to those. So I say, hi, I'm Sarp, I'm Spider-Man. And she says, hi, I'm Julia, I love Spider-Man. I'm like, wow, that's crazy. She's like, yeah, I love fucking Spider-Man. Like, I love the costume, I love the gun, I love the hand thing he does. I'm like, what are you talking about? Spider-Man doesn't have a gun? She goes like, yeah, Spider-Man goes like, choo-choo, and does the hand thing. I'm like, Julia, are you describing a Nazi? Choo-choo, and I'm not gonna do the hand thing, what the fuck's wrong with you? Well, turns out she doesn't know the difference between Spider-Man and Star Wars, and the hand thing was the Force joke, and that's a deal breaker for me. Yeah, but this like Spider-Man thing has been like chasing me my whole life. Even when I was in high school, this girl got interested in me, and of course she knew I like Spider-Man. Did you know I like Spider-Man? So she got me tickets to see Spider-Man 3. I'm like, cool, that's nice. For like any hormonal teenager, that'll be like the perfect fucking date. But I actually need to watch that fucking movie. So, like, she's trying to like be like sexy and nice, and she's like, oh, I'm gonna make you come. I'm like, yeah, to see Spider-Man. She's like, no, like, we're gonna be in like a dark room together. I'm like, yeah, to see Spider-Man. And then she's like, Sarp, I want to fuck you. I'm like, yeah, no, Spider-Man. Yeah, so the movie starts, and she immediately starts licking my leg, and I have to go like, okay, like, stop, like, we're here to watch like Venom lick Spider-Man, not the other way around. And then she's like, oh, like, how does Venom like to lick his Spider-Man? I'm like, oh, after the end credits, so you can watch the fucking movie. And she got really upset at that. She got like confused, like, I don't understand, don't you want me to be your girlfriend? And I'm like, yeah, but like, not like Mary Jane, more like Gwen Stacy. Like, if he died, I'm still gonna finish this movie. Yeah. Alright, so I'm Sarp, I like Spider-Man. Thank you for listening.
Sarp, ladies and gentlemen.